Hi, it's Carolina from Always Expect More. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Celtic Square Block. It looks like it's super complicated with lots of little pieces, but I'm going to give you an easy way to strip piece this. Ready? Let's get started. We'll be cutting two 1.5 by 9-inch strips, one 1.5 by 22-inch strips. From fabric B, we have one 1.5 by 9-inch, one 1.5 by 20-inch, one 1.5 by 6-inch, and two 1.5 by 2.5. From our background fabric, we have one 2-inch by 9-inch, one 2-inch by 15-inch, one 4.5-inch by 9-inch, one 3-inch by 6-inch, one 2-inch by 6-inch, one 2.5 by 7.5, and two 2-inch by 2.5 inches. Now that seems like an awful lot and an awful strange amounts of cutting. The sizes are all kind of unusual when you're getting a block like this, but the reason for that is that we're building this block in sections. This block actually has 4 pieces in each corner that are the same unit, just rotated. So we're going to build all 4 of these units at the same time and then put them together with the middle pieces almost like those are sashing. We'll start with our 9-inch strips, sewing those together to make one strip. Press your seams. And then cut this into 4 2-inch units. You'll have a little bit of waste, just in case when you sew your strips, they don't come together perfectly. You'll have 4 units like this, and you'll stitch them to your 20-inch piece of fabric B. Double check your placement. You actually want fabric B at the top and fabric A at the bottom. Stitch, cut, press open, and you'll have a unit that looks just like this. You'll need 4 of these units. Once you have 4 of these units, you'll do the same thing, chain stitching them to a 2-inch piece of background, which will give you this part of this unit. We're going to create these units by stitching a 1.5-inch by 9-inch piece of fabric A to a 4.5-inch by 9-inch piece of background fabric. Cut them apart into 2-inch segments. Add these to your existing unit, and we're almost done with our corners. Chain stitch these pieces to your last long 1.5-inch piece of fabric A 4 times, and you'll have your corner unit. Once you've made your 4 corner units, we need to create our sashing, which puts these units together. You'll sew together your 1.5 by 6-inch strip of fabric B, your 3-inch by 6-inch strip of background, and your 2-inch by 6-inch strip of background. Cut this into 2 strips, each 2.5 inches wide. Then stitch together your last pieces. Your 2.5-inch by 7.5-inch piece of background, your 2 2.5-inch by 1.5-inch fabric B pieces, and your 2 2.5-inch by 2-inch background pieces. To stitch it all together, stitch a corner piece to a center piece to another corner piece. Repeat for the other side. Then stitch both sides to the center. Your Celtic Squares block is complete. That wasn't so hard, was it? Be sure to follow us for more quilting updates. Leave any questions or comments below, and thanks for watching.